Hey Hey Fever is an MGM Bosko cartoon from 1935. This is directed by Hugh Harman and Rudolf Ising, with a voice cast including Elvia Allman, Billy Bletcher, Johnny Murray, and the Rhythmettes, and I really thoroughly enjoyed this. This is also, according to my notes, the last Bosko cartoon when he's in this style. When he was carried over to MGM, they did keep his style for a couple of cartoons, and then they tweaked the style a bit, and I've talked about the style in a previous discussion, but this is the last of this version of Bosko, and it's a pretty strong one to end on. Bosko, hungry, falls asleep in front of this advertisement for some Mother Goose thing, and Mother Goose then comes to life. And my reading there is that he's asleep, he's dreaming of this, and Mother Goose, who I think is brilliantly animated, I love the design of the character, takes Bosko to meet all of these different characters from Mother Goose stories. And I won't spoil it by saying which characters are included, because at least for me, that was part of the fun. I love Mother Goose stories, they're so nostalgic. And for me, part of the fun was wondering which character they'd go to next, which story we'd be part of next. And I really enjoyed that experience, so I don't want to give away anything about the characters we meet, but I will say that we meet some great characters. I'm really happy with the character selection. I really liked how they were animated. Most of their personalities matched with my own beliefs of what those characters should be like and how those characters behave, so I was really happy with that. The pacing is brilliant. We pack in so much, so many characters, so many stories into a really short space of time. A lot of them revolve around food, which I think is very fitting. I also think I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like this is a story about Bosko, who is very hungry, and he falls asleep in front of this sign, and he dreams about food. And because the last thing he saw before he closed his eyes was this poster with Mother Goose on it, the two elements are entwined, and he's dreaming about food because he's so hungry, and at least while he dreams, he can escape into a world where there is food and other characters who are hungry as well, and that relatability, but also that escape from his everyday. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like that's kind of what the film is trying to show, and it is tremendously well done. The narrative is fantastic, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't completely love is the colour palette. It is obviously quite an early colour cartoon, and we do have a lot of really garish colours, a lot of colours that I think don't complement each other very well, so the colour palette isn't the most satisfying, but the actual animation style itself really is. So it's not too bad visually, but certainly, and as I said, the design of the characters I really liked, but the colours are maybe not the most satisfying, but not enough to hinder my enjoyment. I still really thoroughly enjoyed this. I love stories about Mother Goose, or stories about Mother Goose stories, and the characters. It's just so fun and so nostalgic. And to end this classic Bosko style this way, I thought was pretty brilliant. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd say Hey Hey Fever is one that is absolutely worth watching.